Hello Cruising World, Mick the Suit Guy with you. Today I want to talk to you about not my lockdown hair that I haven't had cut since March 7th. When we first went on lockdown out here, it seems like forever ago. Is it March 15th, whatever it was? Anyway, not talking about that. We're talking about things to do in the wonderful port of Cabo San Lucas. Now you're pretty much going to do this mostly on West Coast Mexican cruises. Right now that'll be on the Panorama, on the Imagination, on the Inspiration, and from San Diego you'll go there on the Miracle if you're lucky enough to cruise that this wonderful city where I am lucky enough to live. So what I want to do, I'm just going to give you a few suggestions and ideas with some pictures and stuff that I've done over the years. I've been to Cabo many times, so here's a few things you can do there. I hope it helps. All right, let's go to Cabo. First off, when you're on the ship, before you get on, the day before usually you go to Cabo, you'll have to go get a tender sticker. If you have an excursion with Carnival, you won't have to get this. They'll get you off in the time your excursion leaves. But otherwise, you'll have to go line up here. It's by the coffee shop on deck 5, and then it will show you there what time your tender boat's going to leave based on what tender sticker you get. Some FAQs, and there are the stickers. First come, first served. The earlier you get there, the better the sticker, the earlier you will get off the ship. Now, here we are getting off the ship the next day onto that little tender. It's very close to Cabo, as you're about to see, but obviously you can't deck alongside because it's too shallow. So you're going to get off onto one of these little boats here, and there's plenty of them, so there's not too much of a wait. That's why they have the timing stickers. And here we are leaving. There's the beautiful panorama in the background, and then here we are coming into Cabo Port. You'll dock alongside here. This is the same place you will get back on afterwards when you leave. So again, everybody's on these boats. They're not too crowded. You're going to get off and walk up here. Now, if you have a shore excursion, you're going to take this tender and you'll see signs coming up. You'll just look for your shore excursion and you will appropriately wait there with your tour guide. Not too many people here right now because we got off a bit later. So most of the people are already off the ship. That's why our boat was kind of empty. But we stayed on board and did the sky ride and then went ashore. Anyway, so this is where you come to line up for your excursions. Also, when you come out of here, there's a big shopping center you're about to see. And you're also going to get attacked by locals trying to sell you on local tours. So if you don't book anything through Carnival and you haven't booked anything, don't worry, because there'll be plenty of people here to help you find somewhere to go. They are everywhere and they won't leave you alone, and sometimes don't. If you give them the time of day, they'll give you a lot more than that. So best thing to do is say no thank you, and keep walking. Don't even say hello, because otherwise they got you. But you'll see them all lined up here on the side. They've got some great deals on a lot of these tours and excursions. If that's what you like to do, perfect. Go ahead and do that. I'm just going to back up here. You'll see on the left they got Senor Frogs for if you wanted to do that afterwards. But now I've just gone back again real quick, because if you turn to the left when you very first get off the ship, there's a massive craft goods store and tourists, a lot of good touristy stuff in here. So you'll just go in here and there's a lot of little stalls in there from local stores selling stuff. So you'll see that it looks like this right now inside. So that's when you get off the ship and just go off to the left. And this is a couple of views from the port. If you just want to walk around the main port in Cabo, there's signs to go to other places. Like if you want to go to Cabo Wabo, there's a sign on how to get there. It's not too far. I'm going to show you some video on the office in a minute. That's kind of a walk. It's the other side. For the office, I would recommend that they offer these little boats, little taxi boats you can get. It's like $5 each, I think, and it would take you right to the office. It's probably a good half-hour to 45-minute walk to get there once you get off the ship, because it's all the way the other side of the harbor, so you have to go all the way around it. But here's some ideas of some things that you can do. You may have seen this. It's called Salsa and Salsa. We did this many years ago. Basically, it is what it is. You go there, they show you how to make Mexican salsas, several different types. And then they teach you how to salsa dance. So this is just some pictures of the setup that we had with all of everything laid out, us making it. They've got nice little special hats on there. We were with our good friends Jen and Eli from Philly. We met on a cruise in 2008. We cruised with them a lot and they came with us. And it's just some pictures of the different salsas that we got to make. So it's a lot of fun. It's very interactive. There's a fairly large group of you in there doing this. And then once you are done with making all of these wonderful salsas, they are going to teach you how to do salsa dancing, which if you are as poor of a dancer as I am, that's always interesting to see. There's a few more of the salsas that we made, and then we're going to get some rather embarrassing pictures of some salsa dancing. Yeah, enough said. I would say the others were kind of natural, especially Eli. He's a natural dancer. Me, not so much. And we will leave it there. So that's a Salsa and Salsa tour. You can actually do that through Carnival. Most of the time I do local tours, but that was one that was kind of fun if you're a bit more comfortable going through Carnival. We also did a local food tour. This is just off the strip and it's amazing. This is avocado with a B tours, and they take you to some local taco places and you get to sample like 5 or 6 different places. Trust me, the food is amazing. It's not that expensive. We had octopus, we had regular tacos, we had all sorts of stuff. Even like the beers, when you walk 5 seconds off of the main drag, the cost goes down unbelievably. So what you would pay $20 for on the main drag, you'll pay $2 or $3 for here, I promise you. And it's, like I said, it's perfectly safe. It's just off the main strip. We were going to some of these amazing places, getting some amazing food in all these different places. It was about 2.5, 3 hour tour, a great tour guide. Again, Avocado Tours was the one we used. There's a few of them. Just make sure you know where you're going to meet them. Again, it's just off the strip. This was the place where we ended up getting the octopus. So I think in total, we went to 4 different taco stores and we got some beers. And then we ended up, Julie got a churro. I'm not a big fan of churros, but Julie got one of those. This was the best one we went to. That was some shrimp, I believe that was, but there's the octopus. And it was amazing. And like I said, very, very good value. Especially, you're about to see a picture after we do this. This was Julie getting a churro on a local churro stand in the street. I promise you, you could literally see this from the harbor. Once you get around, if you can imagine the harbor's like kind of like a U. Once you get to the bottom of the U from the ship, or the top of the T, I guess, from the ship, if the ship is the bottom of the T, you just walk about 2 minutes and you're right in the heart of this. And it's so much cheaper. Look at that. That works out at about $5 for 20 beers, if you want to do the math. They also had this amazing chicken place. It wasn't part of our tour, but the pricing on this was incredible. You could get the most amazing chicken dinner for like $5 or $6. So just bear that in mind when you're there. If you don't want the tourist traps, which they're great, like The Office, they're great, but you're going to pay there and you aren't going to pay here. The Avocado Food Tours is the place we went to on this. So do strongly recommend them if you're looking to do something like that. You can find them on TripAdvisor, anywhere like that. Now, another option, I talked about The Office before. This is a decent walk, like I said. I would recommend getting maybe a water taxi to get there, but it's great. It's on the beach, it's toes in the sand. There's plenty of umbrellas to keep you covered in the shade. In fact, there's nothing but umbrellas in there. And we ordered some awesome food. I'm going to show you in a minute. I had everybody go around and tell me what they were eating. So look, even the buckets have the word The Office on it. So let's see what everybody ate, shall we?
Snapper.
What'd you get, Frank? Jeff, what'd you get?
I got the steak tacos.
That's something.
Chile rellenos.
Chili rellenos.
Shrimp tacos,
Shrimp tacos. Tim?
fish tacos.
Thanks for waiting.
Oh, sea bass tacos.
Julie?
Steak tacos.
No, he just didn't have room to put it
Shrimp
over
as
here.
well.
Here.
So there you go. Great food. A little bit expensive. I'm not going to lie. It's not the cheapest. Not anything like going off the strip. But as you can see, you're right by the water, looking back in. This is another bar right next to it that we always go to afterwards. It's almost like a, I don't know what the word for it is, like a tourist trap bar where they have games and there's hosts on the microphone going crazy. But this is right next to the office and we always pop in there for a couple of drinks afterwards before we head back. This is also in front of here where you would get the water taxis from to take you back to the port so you could get back on the ship. So that's another option that you have is the office. And if you want to stop in that bar right next to it, I forget the name of it, but it's right next to it. We also, sometimes there's a big group of us go. If you have like 8 to 10 people, why not consider hiring a private boat? It doesn't work out that expensive. Actually works out cheaper than doing a carnival tour. You can get a boat for like $600, $700, divide that by 8 or 9 people, and you've got a private boat to take you wherever you want. It took you to the end area where we're doing pictures of here. It's called Land's End. With all this great scenery and everything. So they'll take you to do that, and you're not on a big ship with 50 other people. It's just you. The driver can take you anywhere you want, the captain of your little boat. We do it once every tour, every trip when we have a group of us, and you'll see some of the wildlife. They'll take you to snorkeling spots. They'll do all sorts of things. Now, also, on top of doing these tours, One time we did a kind of a city tour, which is what we got right here. They'll take you around some sights and scenes in the city. There's a glass blowing factory we're going to show you pictures of in a second. There's local churches. You can get to see some of the scenery. So the city tours are great to do as well. And at the end of this particular glass blowing example, they had a shop where you could buy some stuff if you wanted to. Not bad prices either. And then one more thing I'm going to show you, and I'll leave the sound to do it. Whale watching. And yes, what you're about to see happened to us. So there you go. That's Cabo San Lucas. Again, you do this on cruises from the West Coast, Mexican Riviera, they like to call it. You'll also visit Puerto Vallarta and Mazatlan on a lot of them cruises. So I'll do some videos on those coming up in the next couple of days, weeks soon, hopefully as well. But that's what you can do in Cabo San Lucas. As usual, if you enjoyed that, subscribe to the old channel there, hit that little red button and like it. Make any comments, email me, info coming up in a second. Hopefully you're staying safe. Hopefully we get back cruising again soon. I've already had 4 cancelled. Anyway, we're all in the same boat, literally. Well, we're not in the same boat, are we? We're not on one. We'd like to be in the same boat or same ship. See you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, mick@elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.